Hey, what's up, my people? Whoa, what up, my people? Come on in. I got some more good stuff. Yes, got some more good stuff. Miss Sabrina, how are you doing? Mm-hmm. How you doing, dear? Oh, yes. Yes, God. Come on in. What's up, Melissa, Shauna, Dominique, Westy Kid, Crystal, Picasso, ABCD, Q Shay. What's up, everybody? Come on in. I got some more stuff to share with you. Vicky, Brittany, Bronzilla, Critical, Sick, Phyllis. All right. My allergies is popping right now. My allergies is popping. So please give me a break. Oh my gosh. Oh. What's up, Alexis, Antoinette, Benita, Tennessee's daughter, Lolita? I'm giving some folks to come on in, right? I'm giving people some more time to come on in, but I'm about to start at the 2 minute mark. Miss Jacqueline, Bill, how you doing? All right, let's get into it. Actually, let me give you one more minute. I'll start at the 3 minute mark. Y'all know I like numerology. What's up, Locha, Latonia, or Latoy, or Latonia, or Latanya, maybe? Ooh, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Oh, God. Yeah. Here we go. What's up, Carla? Hey, Tennessee's daughter. Email it to me. Y'all, I've already taken something for my allergies, y'all. It's just allergies. It ain't got nothing to do with the coronavirus. It's just allergies or whatnot. You know, people are blowing shit out of proportion. Let's go. Let's get it. So, yesterday we talked about the matrix, right? And how words are spells, and we were decoding the matrix. Well, this is part two for today. Part two for today encompasses a lot of good stuff, right? It's a lot of good stuff. Let's see. Okay, so this is going to be part two, breaking down words and also including phrases, right? So I feel like my work is never done. My work is never done, y'all. My work is never done. And it's all right, right? It's all good. Just never done. And we'll get to some of the really really great things that I've been coming across or deciphering myself. Just having the time to really go in and how can I say this? Just to go in and dissect everyday words, you know. Okay, what's up? Great risings. Aquarius queen. Yeah. Okay, let's get on to it. The word enemy. Matter of fact, and also everybody who was here yesterday, did y'all enjoy yesterday? Because I think today is going to be really, really good too. Today is going to be really good too. Okay, good. The word enemy, right? Inner me could be the end of me if I don't master it. That is the enemy. The enemy is the inner me that could be the end of me if I don't master it. Let's talk about being woke or awake. Everybody use that form as a sense of conveying consciousness, right? But awake is a funeral party for the dead. So are you awake or are you enlightened? I'm not awake. I'm not woke. I'm enlightened. I choose to use the words enlightened. Why am I enlightened? Because I found out that the light that I need to follow is actually in me. I find the light in me. So I am then enlightened. Your source is within. God is within. To translate something, trance, right? Trance. To convert a word or AKA spell into another form. It's a trance. To convert a word or a spell into another form. Late is another word for passed away or deceased or dead, right? Translate. So could it be that words are translated or words are used as spells to keep you asleep or dead? Translate. Hey, Panda, we just got started. I told y'all in the beginning, I'll back up since I got some time. The enemy. The enemy. The enemy is the inner me. That could be the end of me if I don't master it. Awake. Are you awake or are you enlightened? I'm enlightened because awake is a party funeral for the dead. It's to view the body of the dead, right? And to translate something, translate a word, to translate. Trans meaning trance. To put under a spell. Put into a trance, right? They're not in their right mind. They're open to become a puppet. To convert a word or a spell into another form. That's what the word trance means. Or translate, to translate. The word late in translate is another word for passed away or dead or the deceased. Could it be that words are translated, or could it be that words translated are spells to keep you asleep or dead? I believe so, especially if you don't know the true meaning of what you're saying. Yes, Candace. Candace says you are your own worst enemy. It makes sense. That's right. Because the enemy is my enemy. That could be the end of me if I don't master it. This is the reason why it's not best to do away with the ego. Westy Kid, we did that one yesterday. The phrase, stick to the script. We say it all the time, especially when we are together in a group and we come together to carry out something, right? Simultaneously. If somebody says, come on, y'all, we're going to get together and make the props and the backgrounds for prom tonight. We're going to come together today and we're going to build the props for prom, right? We're coming together on a one mind. Then all of a sudden, these kids over here start to talking and getting off track. And I yell, hey, stick to the script. Keep working. We're working over here. Pull your weight. Uh-oh. Stick to the script. I got it written down right here. Stick to the script. Script is a noun, meaning handwriting. We've already talked about yesterday in the part 1 of this video. We know that handwriting has a lot to do with casting spells. It's the proper way on how to cast spells. That's why when you write it down, you can make it happen. Have y'all ever noticed that when I tell y'all some of the ways, some of the most powerful ways that I tell y'all to be able to do spell work is to write it down. Maybe on a piece of paper, fold it away from you, depending on what you want to scoot away from you. And whatever you want to attract, fold it toward you. You hear what I'm trying to tell you? Write it down. Hand writing. The word hand in Hebrew is yod. Y-O-D. So when the Bible says, God said, let there be light, the word said is yod for hand. God created light through the workings of its hands. That's what it's saying in biblical sense. In other words, abracadabra. Because I create what I speak. That's what abracadabra means, right? So when you stick to the script, right? Script meaning handwriting. Now the artistic definition is a written text of a play or movie or broadcast. Now remember yesterday we went into that word broadcast. In order for you to cast a spell on multiple people at one time, it must be a broadcast. The word broad means wide. This is the reason why you can use the World Wide Web to broadcast. It's called the web for a reason. Web meaning entanglement, to capture. Right? So we know that another artistic definition for the word script is a written text of a play or movie or broadcast. So stick to the script, stick to the play, stick to the movie, stick to the broadcast. Now, the computing definition of the word script is an automated series of instructions carried out in a specific order. I told y'all, listen, I eased y'all into this yesterday. I'm going to come fighting and popping ass today. And from this point forward, when I introduce stuff to y'all, I'm always going to go in easy. But I'm never going to finish easy. Because I want it to hurt your feelings. Because knowledge unapplied is not wisdom. It's just knowledge. To know a thing is not good enough. That's only half the battle. To do what you know is to win the complete war. I don't have time to be fucking playing. Period. And you shouldn't have time either. I'm trying to help you reconstruct your reality. Sticking to that script, huh? I'm going to read that last definition again. The computing definition is an automated series of instructions carried out in a specific order. Us in this matrix, we have been given an invisible script. We are only an actor or an actress, a part of a big play. And this life cycle, which is a cycle, we are to carry out specific instructions in a specific order. That's a script. A religious definition to script is scripture. Some of us don't take these wise words as we should, which is just wise words. We make religions out of them, and therefore we create scriptures instead of understanding that it's all a big script. So is it safe to say that maybe the Bible is nothing but a big playwright? I'm pretty sure. If you stick to the script, of course. Here, as I'm teaching y'all, I'm going to be playing on words. I'm going to be playing on words so y'all can hear it. Because, see, I'm letting y'all hear with your physical ears, but there's a spiritual inner hearing. All right? Remember I told y'all the 3 compartments to knowledge? My day oneers, y'all know the 3 compartments to knowledge I've taught y'all. Understanding, understanding, and overstanding. And actually, it's understanding, overstanding, and understanding. Because we know to understand is to build the foundation and the walls. We know to overstand is to put the roof on the top of the home. And we know the understanding is to furnish the home. Right? That's where wisdom is then created, which would be the family to house the house of knowledge. And let me tell y'all something. I didn't get that from somebody. That is something that I got a revelation about. Understanding, understanding, overstanding, and understanding. Because I've always wondered why people don't explain certain reasons why they say certain stuff. And when they do, it's always some vague ass explanation. But I begin, okay, as Spirit led me, because I heard some of our melanated scholars like Phil Valentine and Bobby Hemmett, they would use the word overstand what I'm saying or understand what I'm saying. I want you to understand, overstand, and understand all that I'm saying. Okay? So it's understand, overstand, and understand is the last one. All right. So script in the religious definition is a scripture. The psychology definition for script is the social role or behavior, watch this, appropriate to particular situations that an individual, watch this, absorbs through cultural influences and association with others. A script is a social role that you take on. It's a social behavior that you take on, appropriate to particular situations that an individual watches. This is how you learn. You absorb it through cultural influences and association with others. So I have to ask you this question because even though I didn't put this down, this is what comes to me. Did you get your brain washed? Because brainwashing can be good or bad. When you are unlearning something, you are actually washing your brain clean. But when you are in a cult and you're taking on something that is detrimental to yourself and others, you're being brainwashed, manipulated. See how that goes both ways? So right now, I hope to be washing your brain clean. Sticking to the way the matrix is computed. Life is a show. You act out the script, and when you're dead, the show's over. Ooh, I just got goosebumps on that one. So to stick to the script is to stick to the way the matrix is computed, because you're programmed to think a certain way. And when you go outside of that thought process, remember, computers process things too. You are the computer. When you go outside of when you're processing the way that the matrix has you computed, you go against the system. You are then dubbed as a virus, a harmful entity that has the ability, oh my God, to cause other, watch this, people within the system to think like you, thus meaning that the virus spreads. A virus that bucks against the system can cause the system to shut down. I don't know why spirit. See, I'm going ahead of myself because I'm actually not even supposed to be going there yet. That's for part 3. You wear software. You take in hardware. That's why you have sex. Y'all hear me? Life is a show. You act out the script. And when you're dead, the show's over. Let's talk about the word dictionary. Dictionary. Dick, shun, airy, or nary. The word dick, D-I-C, means to command or speak. For example, to dictate as law is to command something as law. Dictator, dictate, right? Dick. Shun, I-T-O-N, suffix, the action of or result of, right? To act is taking action. To audit is to audition. Watch this. Audition is the process of elimination. When you're auditing something, it's the process of elimination. So in this life, that's a show. You go in for the audition, and if you don't make the cut, you are not used in this game of life called to be an actor. Give me 1 second. I'm cooking right now, and I got to turn my pot down. Right? The nary is an adjective, and it's a non-standard form or version of the word no or not. So knowing that the word dick means to command, shun is a suffix meaning the action or the result of, and nary is a non-standard form version of not or no. Is it safe to assume or say that a dictionary means to speak or command the results of nothing? After all, we aren't given the true meaning of a lot of words. So, does a dictionary shun us away from truly learning the depth of words, aka spells? I say yes. Speaking of the dictionary, I want to go to the older sister named Thesaurus. Thesaurus, this is going to blow your mind. Thesaurus is a noun, right? Right? It's a book that lists words in groups of synonyms, right? And related concepts. Says right here. But the word the comes from theos, meaning God, right? Thesaurus, theos, God. But this word saurus means lizard, right? Like Donosaurus, Donosaurus. Lizard God or God lizard. Ain't that something? So is this the thesaurus in the dictionary, the language of the lizards? Do you understand where I'm going with this? So it is safe to assume that there is this matrix, and that this matrix is ran by lizard gods. After all, they're creating the thesaurus in the dictionary. They are the creators of words and spells. I'm going to give y'all a forewarning right now. If you have came this far in this video and you feel like you can continue, please do. But if at any given time you feel like you are not ready to plug out of the matrix, unplug from the matrix, please, this is your time to take the red pill and turn back, because I'm going to go so deep, it's going to fuck up your thought process. But that's what I'm here for. In the words of Mother Iyanla Van Zandt, I come to disrupt the process. I don't come to make you comfortable. I don't come to make you feel good. I come to call you out of your slumber so that you may be enlightened. So you can see the light is in you. Now that you have decided to take the red pill, let's continue down the rabbit holes. Business, the word business. All of us has done business one time or another, whether we have been the ones who have had products to sell or whether you were the one who was buying it, right? But business. Is business productive or is it just busyness? Because it's business as usual, ain't it? It's busyness as usual. Yes, Candace, we did use telepathy, and that part of our DNA has been suppressed. And they can't quite do away with it. They just dumb us down through society to suppress these God genes or the junk DNA. Don't you spell business as busi? It's busy. Busyness. Excuse my burp. Let's go into what I mean. I want you to see SEE, the C, SEA. A lot of the times we don't understand that most or majority of our language is ran by maritime law. Maritime law means the law of sea or ocean. You have your Navy, which governs the sea. You have your Army, which governs the land. And then you have your Air Force, which governs the air. See, these people understand the elements. Remember, I broke down the word elementary to you. Busyness or business. Watch this. Have you ever heard HERD, which is a group of animals, the hook, which is a thing designed to hold on to you, latch on to you, catch you? Have you ever heard the hook of a jingle? In this particular area, the word jingle is a part of a mollusk shell that has a hole in which the animal inside the shell uses it for anchorage. This is where it's going to start to get deep, right? Have you ever heard group of animals, the hook, right? Or an ang or the jingle of a commercial. Show. The word come means to move. Mer means sea, mermaid, right? In science, it means in part, a part of it, but not all of it. Shoal, SHOAL, is a large number of fish. So I'm going to ask you again, have you ever heard the hook or the jingle of a commercial? Commercial meaning to move a sea of people. A commercial is meant, right? This is the word commercial. If you break it down, I just did it. Commercial. The real true meaning of the word commercial is meaning to move a sea of people. To do what, though? To do what? To do what? Well, guess what? It depends on the sea chant or the sea chant. I mean, the merchant. It all depends on the merchant, right? Because the word mer means sea. It all depends on what the sea chant or sea chant, aka merchant, is trying to move the people to do. The word commercial in a scientific term means chemicals, watch this, supplied in bulk and not of the purest quality. Right? So the jingle or chant are spells, which are words, used to enchant you or to hook you, to lure you in. Right? Chant, using words by way of songs. A song is a frequency. Because you're not saying it, but you're singing it. This is why, watch this, mermaids are also known as sirens. Am I helping somebody? I want to make sure I'm helping you. So in that case, maybe you're the product. Maybe you're the product after all. Maybe, right? I mean, merchants do sell things, SAIL. This is all distractions. This is why this impulse buying shit. You got to spend money. I always want to spend. Money. All this shit. But are you buying the product or are you the product? Merchants seem to think so. Or sea chants. They seem to think so. Because they do sell things, right? SAIL. Most of our commerce, MER, commerce does come by sea. Barges on those ships, right? So are merchants sellers, SELLERS, or sellers, SAILORS? Are they sellers or sellers? Are they sellers or sellers? Huh? In order for a jingle to be successful, watch this, it must be in the form of a chant. Chant is a noun, which meaning a short musical passage, the middle passage. They say the middle passage were the Africans coming on the boat, right? Sea, we talking about sea, maritime law, speech of maritime law, water law, right? A chant is a noun for a short musical passage delivered in song form. Remember that word form. I broke down that word form. Go back and watch part 1. The word chant is synonymous with incantation. And if they are sailors, SAILORS, are we seamen? SEAMAN? I mean, we do come from semen. CUMSEMON, sperm. right? We do come, ejaculate, orgasm, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Merchants are sailors, and we are the seamen. We are the men of the sea. This is why when you see people running all in a, let's say 50,000 people running in a marathon, and you're at a mountain and you say, oh my God, look at the sea of people just moving. It's a sea. Out of the sea shall arise the beast who has been given power from the dragon. It ain't an actual ocean. Revelations is trying to tell you this beast is going to rise up from humanity. Rabbit trail. There is a creature in the ocean called manatee. So maybe humanity is the masculine and feminine for the sun and water. I'm trying to help y'all here. We do come, C-U-M or C-O-M-E, from seaman, S-E-M-U-N. That's why we are called seamen. Do we go to the mall to buy stuff, or does it maul us? Do we go to the mall, M-A-L-L, or does it maul, M-A-U-L, us? Does it wound us? Because after all, the mall is nothing but stores to promote impulse buying. That's why so many stores in this big building. Another definition for the word mall is a noun. It's a tool that is top heavy, used for ramming, like a hammer, right? So the maul, M-A-U-L, does ram us products down our throats, don't it? They ram us products down our throats. Oh, God, help me. So is it safe to say that when we go to a mall, our souls and our spirits are being subject to being mauled to death? Because after all, remember, you are awake. See, it all comes to death. Let me explain something to y'all. The true Black's Law Dictionary definition of maritime law basically describes us as being dead people, which is the reason why we're giving a certificate. Because birth means that you're activated in the matrix. Death means deactivation of the matrix. And it's computed because at the top or at the bottom or on the sides of your birth certificate is a series of numbers. And that is your passcode in the matrix. Your passcode has a passcode, which is your social security number. Do you hear what I'm trying to tell y'all? Everything you do in life, you can't do it without having a number attached to you. If you ain't got no social security number, you can't, it's going to be hard for you to work. Hard for you to get a bank account. And bank account keeps an account of the number of monies you have. Let me explain something to y'all. It's a computerized system that we're living in. You can't do anything without numbers. Your whole life has numbers. How old are you? When were you born? You are codes within a binary system. If I strip you down and you strip me down to nothing, we're all going to be just a fucking number. You know how I know? Because on your obituary, your sunrise is your birthday, and your sunset, your deactivation, is the day that you died physically. It's all about numbers. Let's go into it. You know, back in the day, it used to be the thing for a woman to want a Navy man, right? A military man who was in the Navy. So is it safe to say that fine semen comes from a great gene pool? Pun intended. I'm going to read that again. Fine semen comes from a great gene pool. Let me explain something to y'all. Do y'all understand how we are bound to water in speech? The semen inseminates itself into the egg. You are then grown around amniotic fluid. So when the woman goes into labor, she says her water breaks. Which then when she gives birth, watch this, she completes the cycle of reincarnation. Because the first thing a baby sees is the light when they are born into the world. So it's safe to say that when you die, you see the light. Some people say the light at the end of the tunnel. Go into the light. Go into the light. Well, if you want to be reincarnated, take your behind to the light. If you don't want to be reincarnated, don't go to the light. Turn your ass around and go towards the darkness so you can actually see what the source is. You hear what I'm trying to tell y'all? So fine semen comes from a great gene pool, right? Or you know the term good stock, right? Good stock. If a merchant is smart, he or she will stock up on a good pair of jeans. Get it? And they'll stock up on these good pair of jeans to sell. Look how I put that Genes and then jeans that you put on Jeans to sell. SAIL or to sell. So when the merchant ejaculates his semen, he is taking his stock or his good jeans and making them sell. Because the woman is the ocean. She's the sea herself. And guess what? They'll sell out. They'll sell out because the inventory is good. Now the word inventory, let me break that down. Verb, invent. The word invent is a verb to create. Ori, O-R-Y, is a suffix relating to. In other words, invention, right? So the word ori means to relate to. Relating to creation. You are inventory. And you relate to somebody's creation. Let's take an inventory of how many sisters and brothers one has. Okay? No wonder why you run to purchase it. You purchase it. The word per, prefix, by means of or by way of. So you're chasing a purchase. You purchase it. You know why it's per? Because it all starts at the beginning of the commercial. The commercial hooks you by music, song, and a jingle so that it can enchant you to chase this thing. So premeditated chasing of a purchase is that you've already made it up in your mind and your heart to go out and buy this thing that you've seen by way of a commercial or an ad. So you can add it to a part of your life. So, I mean, it's meant that you're supposed to buy, right? You're the one who's supposed to be buying things, right? That's what I put. You're supposed to buy. because you're a consumer. You're a consumer. Remember, word means see. So it would be seen, see, consume, or to consume the sea. A seaman eating up everything. That's what you are. You're a seaman eating up everything. Just make sure you have money. I broke it down. Money. MUN-EY. I found out that the word MUN is a noun. It's a person who plays or role plays a character in a role playing game, especially online. Thank you, Greedy. Cash flow. Flow. A stream of income. Let me write that down. See, y'all think this is some cash flow. Stream of income. And when a man ejaculates in a woman, isn't that a lot of cum or incoming? Huh? Come on now. Cash flow. Stream of income. So MUN, watch this. MUN is a person who plays a character or role plays a character in an RPG game, which is a role-playing game. Remember, I told you in the first segment of this video that life was a game. And then it says a MUN is a person who plays a character in a role-playing game, especially online. Remember, I told you Matrix is online. The World Wide Web. The suffix EY behind money. Did you know that it is a, what they call that word? A is used when or if a person tricks you, but you realize the trick. I promise y'all can look this up. Webster's Urban Dictionary, EY, the definition of EY is used when or if a person tricks you, but you realize the trick. Here's an example. Here's an example. Somebody has a magic trick. And the magic trick is being used, watch this, is to create illusion of something disappearing or appearing. But let's say they got a pocket picketer with them. And while they're showing you the illusion of this magic trick, somebody is going into your purse without you even knowing it. And you turn around and say, hey, what you did that for? You get it? Hey! Money. And this is really money. When you sing it, money, you sing it the correct way. So is it safe to say, who is money? Are you the money? Because you're the one who's being tricked. And remember, you are playing a role. That's why you need to stick to the script. Right? Am I helping somebody? So who's really the currency? Current. Right? Cash flow is a currency. Oh, come on now. Thank you, Tennessee's daughter. As you can see, I'm toward the end so far of this because I want to make sure that I leave room for us to talk about it. If a merchant is lucky, he or she will have an anchor. What do I mean by anchor? Right? Watch this. Look. If a merchant or a sea chant is lucky, he or she will have an anchor. Well, there's a form of this definition of the word anchor that I use as a noun, which means a store. Also a principal tenant in a mall. For example, when you go to the mall and they have a department store, called Sears. And then they have the rest of the stores are little stores. Well, guess what? The anchor store is the Sears. Right? Even television or television has an anchor man or an anchor woman to watch this, broadcast the news. The word news means information of events, whether true or false. And even and an even better merchant will make sure you have your receipt, RESEAT, before you depart. I use the definition of the word receipt, RESEAT, is a parliament definition, which is a place in legislative, meaning that you have no power. That receipt that they give you at the store is just reiterating the fact that you could not help yourself but buy what you did not need. Whether you believe it's a necessity or not. They did sell it to you, didn't they? SAIL. However, they, the merchant, did take a gamble on that particular type of merchandise. Dice. Because it is, in fact, right, the game of life. Dice, to gamble. Using a six-sided piece of an instrument of numerical value. It is the game of life. You need dice, right? So the merchant has mastered the art of the game of life concerning commerce and product in the game of life. Still waters do run deep. Have you ever heard of that proverb? Still waters do run deep. It means that there is more under the surface than what's on it. I'm going to end it right there. I think I did good with my timing. This is just something really good to use. What I'm going to do right now is I want to make sure that everybody can get this. I hope y'all love this. I want to do a let's see. I'm going to go on my Blog Talk Radio. And I'm going to do some words. I like that breakdown. Who did that? I like that in it. The news. I like that in it. And it says the news equals north, east, south, and west. Well, ain't that something? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up right now my Blog Talk Radio. Okay. So give me 1 second. Matter of fact, while I am doing that, let's see. I'm gonna put it in the description box. Let's see, tags. This is gonna be a bonus tags, spells, magic words. All right, I'm about to go live right now. Okay. Y'all, please stay in the chat room so that I can be able. This is a link right here. This is the link. Okay. That is the link. Y'all can click that right now. That's the link. And the phone number is this. Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay. Give me 1 second. Right? All right. I'm going. I'm heading over now. Let's see.